Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be telling you more about the whole process of my flight and also the inspections. So today is the 4th day of my quarantine, and this morning we got our results back and we are negative. So that's a good start for today. So I'll start with Malaysians in Indonesia. So Malaysians in Indonesia, if you go to Indonesia after March 16th and you want to come back, you are required to get a letter from the embassy. So to apply saying that you are coming back to Malaysia, and it has to be after March 16 that you arrive in Batam or Jakarta, anywhere in Indonesia. Before that, then it's okay. So thank God I was March 6 that I went into Batam lah, so I don't have to get the letter, because after we checked in at the Batam airport, right, they actually ran up to us, caught up with us and checked our passport again just to confirm when we arrived in Batam. So thank God for that, so we don't need the letter, and then we are able to fly. So after that, when we went to Jakarta, right, our transit was 14 hours and 55 minutes, so it's about 15 hours there. We arrived about 6 something at night, and most of the shops are closed. So I'm not sure it's either MCO or they actually closed down, but there's a lot of shops that is not open, and it's hard to find food for dinner. So they have like Starbucks and other few places open now. So we managed to get something to eat, and after that we had the long wait of the next day's flight. So I was just mucking around in the airport, and then in the middle of the night we thought, like, we're gonna get a coffee or something, but then even Starbucks was closed. It's not 24 hours, guys. So if you are stopping over in Jakarta and then having the flight the next day, please make sure you get some cookies in hand. But fret not, because there is a shop in the airport that it's something like a convenience store, but not like, because they sell books and other stuff as well, so everything like chip-plug together. Okay, so they sold coffee drinks and also like cup noodles and stuff like that, so we managed to get that as well in the middle of the night. And then just mucking around the airport, because we were on the transit, so we didn't like go out, so we are just staying around inside. It's quite limited lah. Then we are unable to, like, lie on the chair and sleep, so we were just sitting and sleep, and I was just walking around lah. Okay, my dad had some rest. So that's about it in Jakarta. And then when we arrived KL, okay, so a lot of people will be asking, so how is it. A lot of people are like wondering what is going on and stuff like that, so let me just share with you. And okay, before your flight, right, please do take your rapid test at least 2 or 3 days in advance. Not too long, like 1 week or 5 days ahead, so it won't be valid already. At least 2-3 days, that will be fine, because if you do that in the airport in Indonesia, right, there will be extra charges, and I think it's more expensive than you do it in outside of the premises in the airport. Go to a hospital and do it. Okay, so you have to also print out your LOU form before you fly, because when they check in, they will always require to show your LOU form to them, and then they would take pictures and stuff just to prove that you have signed and you understand what is going on before you take your flight. Okay, so you make sure you have your rapid test, your LOU form, and make sure you went into Indonesia before March 16. If not, if you go in after March 16, then you are required to apply for a letter from the embassy. Okay, and then the next one would be arriving in Malaysia. So after you arrive in Malaysia, right, you are not getting your bags or anything first, or you just take a swab test. No, first of all, when you walk towards immigration and customs, then there will be a stand already. Then they will have to ask you to download the My Sejahtera app. There's a barcode there, and you will need to scan. Okay, after scanning, and then you have to fill in the form. There's a nice officer there that he would assist you to, with the questions and what you should put or what you should answer and stuff like that. So if you are not handphone savvy, or you don't know how to do it, then there is 2 stations at the back that they would help you to do manually. So they will do step by step and one by one for you. Okay, so either you can do it yourself or there's somebody else to do it for you lah. Alright, then after you do that, then your apps is done, all set and ready to go. Then you would go into the test area. They have a few stations. Okay, so the first station that you reach is the payment station. Okay, so they charge 150 ringgit per person. So you can see here that's like 50 and then 50 and then 50, so 150 ringgit per person for the test that you'll be doing lah. Okay, so after you get that right, everything, and then you will go to the next station where they would check your LOU form. So LOU form also another thing, that there's 2 forms that I saw in the internet where you have to download and then print out. The first one is a previous one, so you get the latest one. I think it's around the July updated version. Okay, so after you have all the forms ready, then the officer would sign here and acknowledge that you've got the form and everything and you know what's going on. So there's one more thing, guys. Just remember, if you have ever applied for the B40 and you've gotten it before, okay, so your profile is in the system. When you go and give the officer to check your LOU form in that station where I told you just now, right, let them know that you have applied and for the B40 and you are eligible to actually be exempted to make payment. So this one I'm not sure until when, but I have read through that they have this this thing going on. I think not a lot of people knows about it lah. So if you are eligible for B40, you've taken it before, right? So you let the officer know. They can check on the spot if you're eligible or not, just to reconfirm. So if they say that okay, you are, then you are exempted to pay the 150 ringgit per day stay for the 14 days quarantine. Okay, and also if you are a student, you are not required to pay for the 150 as well, this one, but for quarantine you still have to pay lah. I think so. You just have to double check again. So all these thing is all the info that I got is during this September time. Okay, so I'm not sure if they're going to amend or change anything afterwards, but do keep yourself updated with the latest news or latest arrangements for all this as well. So this is for now. I'm not sure later on how is it going to be. So yeah, just a little tips for you guys. Okay, after this you would go to take your swab test. So let me explain to you what the swab test did to me. Okay, oh my god. First they will say, okay, open your mouth, and then they use this long butt thingy, and then they poke your throat, and then they go like this to scrape to get the swab going. Okay, and then the second one, they get another butt that they stick it up your nose until my tears came out. So you'll be like, what is that, what is the feeling like? Okay, so I can't really describe, but what I can say is that imagine you jumping into the pool and it's somehow the wrong way to jump in, and then your nose gets in water, and then you drank a whole gulp of water all filled with chlorine, right? And then when you come out, you are like coughing, try to sneeze, your nose is like sore somehow, and then you were coughing non-stop repeatedly until both nose and your throat is sore at the same time. So that is the feeling that you get. Okay, my tears were like just running, and then they were like this, okay, and then they didn't stop right away. It was quite a few seconds. Okay, and after that it was like a tingly feeling after about like 20 minutes, and it's still like tingling up here. Okay, so it's not a pleasant thing. The swab test is fine, so they just prick your finger and then get the blood out, and that's it. No worries. So but this one is like freaking traumatizing. Okay, so one time is enough. And also, after you get your swab test, you'll get a goodie bag somehow. Okay, they give you water, they give you some a muffin, hand sanitizer, and a mask, and so on. So this you get this little goodie bag, and then they direct you to a place where you sit. Then you can see in my video, right, there's the waiting area there. So apparently you would have to wait until they get enough 20 passengers, which is unbelievable lah, because when we arrived there's less than 20 of us. And then kesian, there's another guy that had his flight from Melbourne, and he's the only one from Melbourne that is stopping over in KL, I think, and then the rest are transits lah, I'm not sure. But then he's the only one there, and he's been waiting for a few hours because there's not enough passengers. So when we arrive, still not enough. It's about like 16 or 17 of us. So one of the ladies was saying like how long we will have to wait, because if there's not enough 20 passengers, then we'll wait until tonight because there's nobody else there already. So somehow they proceed to take us to, you know, where we will be going lah. So when we were asking, so where are we going to be stationed, they just like, just go up the bus, and then the bus will take you, but then they won't disclose where you'll be going. So after the waiting area section, then they would take us to collect our baggage. So from the baggage side, we will have to line up again to go to the bus. Okay, so when we go out of the terminal and everything, then we will have to take out all our bags again, and then to be sanitized before it's being put in the bus. After that, we had the journey, and then we're still not sure where the hell we're going until we reach our hotel. Okay, so after reaching the hotel, right, I think it will be the same everywhere else. You just have to make your payment, let them know what you eat or not, your dietary regular dietary meals and stuff like that, and then they'll give you your keys, and then you be heading to your room. That's all. So you'll start your quarantine from then onwards. Okay, so swab test will be taken again another time. Not swab test, a rapid test on the seventh day in quarantine. So they just gonna prick your finger and stuff like that lah. So it's fine. And also for this hotel, they made arrangement on the 7th day. Then you will get your linens changed, your towels changed and stuff like that. And for rubbish, it's a daily process that they will have this yellow bag, hazard bag, that you will have to put everything inside before 9 p.m. and then wrap it up and then put it outside of your room, and then they will collect it. So every meal time they would just knock on your door. It's like breakfast or lunch or dinner, and then they would leave, and then you would just go and pick up your meal right outside your door. There's a chair there that they will put your meals and everything on it. Okay, so and after that, after 14 days, then you can check out and go home. So I think that's all. If there's any questions you need or any feedbacks you want to give, just click below and remember to like, share and subscribe.